Hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos todos a nuestra sección Plática con los expertos y en esta ocasión hablaremos de Hoshin Kanri.
Así es, Israel, el día de hoy estaremos hablando de Hoshin Kanri y tenemos desde Alemania a Drasko, un entrenador del programa de manufactura esbelta de Daimler y también consultor de manufactura esbelta, y es un honor tenerlo el día de hoy. Vamos a comenzar con esta entrevista. Es un honor tenerlo el día de hoy, ¿verdad, Israel?
Así es. Okay, we are going to switch in English because it's better for everybody. Welcome, Drasko.
Buenos días.
Buenos
Thank you for
días.
having me.
How are you?
Yeah. I'm doing good. And I'm really glad to be in your part of your journey on YouTube and promoting this Hoshin Kanri process.
Drasko, for your point of view, can you tell us why Hoshin Kanri is important for the organizations?
It's a very good question. And actually, back in the days when I was starting my lean journey and we started to implement the first methods of lean in the factories, there was always a struggle. For example, when we tried to introduce small containers instead of large containers. So usually the guys from materials or from the logistics department, they didn't want that because they wanted to have the big containers because it's more easy for them, right? Or it's cheaper for them. But for the assembly line, it was much better to have like small containers. So it was like a conflict of interest between these two departments. And the reason was very simple. All of them were right. Both of them were right because the logistics guys have the KPIs and targets to save money, as well as the guys in the assembly. But it was not a common goal for both, and this is why Hoshin Kanri is a very good tool to align for the company or for the whole factory that needs what is needed, right? And I think in these days, it was like beginning of the 2000 years, we didn't have the Hoshin Kanri process. And this is when I first came in touch with the Hoshin Kanri process, how important it is to align targets and goals from different departments to a common target for the whole factory or the company itself.
Drasko, based on your background and experience around the world, do you think the culture influences in the implementation of Hoshin Kanri, and how?
I think culture is always something which is influencing the change process at all. And I saw it in different factories, factories around the world, that every nation or factory has its own culture for the change process, and is also Hoshin Kanri is also a change process. And what I realized, that factories where they know that they are in a competition and they know that they are struggling every day to be successful and to be productive, are more about and looking for what is the real, or how can they achieve the better result. And I think Hoshin Kanri gives them a more long-term thinking way to achieve their results and to be productive and to sustain in this competition with the other factories or other companies. I think it's a big thing, especially from the lean perspective, to think forward and to think in long-term instead of just short-term thinking.
Completely agree, Drasko. And we have to say that Drasko travels around the world. He has a very good time sometimes in a lot of countries. So he has a lot of experience working with different guys from different countries with different languages. So here's a question. What are the main mistakes or more repetitive issues that you have seen in different cultures when they are implementing Hoshin Kanri?
I think the biggest mistake which is done is communication. If you don't communicate and you're not involved with people who are important for this change or for this Hoshin Kanri process, this is, I think, one mistake that is made again and again. that you're not communicating, that your people are not on the same page like you. And this is where confusion gets or is done, and where people are left by the side, so to say, and they are not in this process anymore involved. And then it's creating resistance, it's creating confusion, as I said. And I think that communication is a big issue. It's sometimes communication is, I think, the biggest issue in everything what we do.
Yeah. And talking about communication and how and what is important, what can you suggest to the audience when they must face or deal with a CEO or top manager that doesn't cooperate with the Hoshinkanri implementation?
Yeah, it's a very good question, and I think there is no answer which is like it's not fitting to everyone, every CEO or what you said. I think it's a common it's first of all is trying to make him understand what is the benefit of doing this long-term thinking. And especially in Germany, we have like managers that are changing frequently their positions, and this is not helping the process on the long-term thinking, because their responsibility is maybe just for 1, 2, or 3 years ahead, and they are not responsible for the whole implementation of the process. So they are not really into this process as they should be, and thinking like this is their own company. And I think this is something, when you have a CEO who is really, it is his company, I think he will do everything to bring this company to a next level and to succeed. If you are just like in a big corporate world, you have also these people who are not involved in this process, or not this thinking of entrepreneurship, I would say. Intrapreneurship, sorry, so it's like to work and to lead this company like it is your own company, even if you're just a manager or just employed with this company.
Okay, thank you, Drasko. And finally, in these COVID days, what do you recommend for the organization regarding the Hoshinkanri implementation and the current situation, my friend?
I would say the COVID situation is something which surprises everybody in this world, right? And it's a big change happening all around the world in terms of businesses, in terms of how we deal with businesses. And so I would say it's a chance also to rethink your purpose of your organization. And this is where Hoshinkanri can help you with the kind of vision. Okay, what is the vision for our next 5 years? What's changed now? And I think nobody can really continue to do their day-to-day work like nothing has happened. A lot has changed, and a lot will change the next days because of the situation. So I think it's the right time to rethink your business, to rethink your purpose, and how do you deal today, and what are the challenges in the future when this situation is over. For example, how you want to do supply chains. Do you want to have the supply chain closer to your plants, or do you want to have still goods flying in from China to, let's say, South America, or do you want to have all your suppliers close to South America, as an example? And I think these are the things which a Hoshinkanri process will help you to create a new vision based on the changes what are happening, because this was nobody was expecting this change there, right? And every crisis is also a chance to do better things and to try new things.
Yeah, of course. This situation is a special situation, but as you said, it's time to rethinking where we are and where we have to go. But this is a special situation. How is in Germany right now?
Germany right now is doing good related to regarding the virus. So there is we don't have a lot of cases right now, but we still have like some restrictions. We need to wear a mask when we go to the supermarket, but probably that's the only thing what is right now as a restriction. So there are other restrictions, but they are not like impacting our day-to-day life a lot. I mean, it's a good situation. I think we dealt very good with this whole crisis, and we were also, I think, lucky that it was not like that hard like it was in Italy. Maybe we learned from it out of Italy a lot. And I hope it's going to end all over the world soon, and so that things are going to a kind of normal situation there.
Everybody's hoping that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drasko. Finally, we know that you have a YouTube channel as well with Patrick McManus, named Screw Up and Exchange. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, it was something we born out of the crisis and born out during the lockdown phase. Patrick asked me one day, "Hey, are you interested maybe in doing a podcast?" And I said, "Okay, why not?" And so we started to think about what would be a good story to tell people. And we were a little bit researching, and we saw a lot of these shiny things people are presenting themselves. Oh, we succeed here. We succeed here. And we said, okay, I mean, we are also successful, but this success is also paid by a lot of things that didn't went well in most of the times. And I think, and Patrick and myself think that this kind of knowledge to share when you didn't achieve something or when you screw it up, right? And this is the best learning you can have. And I think learning out of failures is one of the best things you can do. And this is why we started to share our failures. Now we are doing some interviews like you guys. And so we are trying to also to connect people and share their mistakes, their screw ups with everybody who is interested.
How is it going?
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and especially we thought not to put it too like overrated. It was like we wanted to do it like very organic, like a conversation between two good friends, and but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we enjoy it. Yeah, and we are trying to collect now people and see what are their screw ups and to present it. So maybe we will ask you one day to participate. And
yeah, for sure. I will say, and I think Marcy is going to be agreed. If, as you can say, if you don't screw up, you don't learn as much as you should.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember when you and me did the canoe tour in Detroit in Michigan. Can you remember that?
Yes, I remember. But we did another screw up. What you're talking about?
We didn't screw up. I mean, it was the first time we canoeing for me and for you, I think. Yeah, the first half an hour was a lot of learning, right?
Yes, for sure. But it's very interesting. If you want to learn about how the people had different situations and different ways of learning, you can see Patrick and Drasko every Thursday.
Yes. Okay? Yeah, we have now a break because it's summertime. So we said, okay, we make a break. It was like last week, the last episode before August. I think we will continue in September again. Our episodes are already done, and so we will just start to share them later on.
Okay. Well, they have uploaded like 7 videos. You can watch Screw Up, and the last one was very interesting with another lean guy.
Yeah, with Jeff Davis. It was very, very interesting. This discussion and conversation with him.
Well, thank you very much, Drasko, for your time and the comments about Hoshin Kanri. And
thank you for having me. And and I wish you a lot of success with your company and with their purpose of changing businesses to a better outcome and helping people to learn and to deal with problems and to be better problem solvers. I think this is what is our part in this world, is to help people to get better problem solvers. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Drasko.
Gracias. Wow, esa entrevista estuvo muy interesante, ya que conocimos datos de cómo implementan Hoshin Kanri en otra cultura. Si deseas conocer más información acerca de Hoshin Kanri o de alguna otra herramienta, no olvides suscribirte a este canal y seguirnos en nuestras redes sociales donde estaremos subiendo más información interesante al respecto. Nos vemos hasta la próxima.